asking? I'm Alex, and we just got back from a regional 2 days ago. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, so we got back on a regional on Sunday. It was Pittsburgh. The deck did okay. I played the whole entire 8 rounds, and closer to the 8th round, I want to say maybe like in round 5, I started to really understand the deck. I am more of a, I learn more when I play in paper, like with my hands, versus digitally, like online. And I've been doing a lot of playtesting online so I can get ready for this event, but it's just not the same. So when I was doing like constantly playing against players, against interactions, how to play around certain things, I started to learn so a lot better. So I'm gonna show you, I had posted some replays on my last video, and I said I wasn't gonna upload the list, but this is the list right here. This is the list that I was using for the event, and essentially it did pretty good. It didn't do too bad. My only complaints were I didn't run Lightning Storm, and I didn't run the Puruli in the main. That was like my only thing. So I made changes after this event, and I'm gonna show you the new list that I think is gonna work a lot better. And I increased some ratios, decreased some ratios, took some cards out completely that weren't working at all. So let's get started with the video. Hey guys, before we get started, I've got something huge for you, and trust me, you gonna want in on this. I've partnered up with Fibers and Frenchies to bring you an epic giveaway that's all about giving back to you. We're giving away a handmade Cupsy Yummy plushie to one lucky subscriber. Yup, you heard that right. Here's how to enter. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, drop a comment below telling me your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card of all time, and for an extra entry on this giveaway, make sure to follow me on Instagram and comment on my post. The giveaway ends on July 1st, and I'll be announcing the winner on this channel, so make sure those notifications are turned on. I'm so pumped to be teaming up with Fibers and Frenchies for this. She's been amazing, and we wanted to do something special for y'all, so go ahead, enter now, share it with your friends, and good luck. The list is Mikanko, DoomZ. Alright, this is what we're playing, and it's good. Essentially, the concept of the deck is we are going to blind second. We have hand traps. Oh, we only had, if you saw on the list, we only had Purulia and Droll. That's it. I think we need more, so we'll see. I'll show you the list right now, and we kind of changed up the board breakers. Unfortunately, we can't run Droplet or Dark Ruler because the Mikankos have to deal damage, and you don't want to lower their attack to the point where you can't deal game. So essentially, the purpose of this deck is to bait every interaction out with the DoomZ cards, and they're very good with the DoomZ cards. Plays that I would make, I would normal the Alara set Adrastea, and just like that, just set it and then equip it to the Alara, and then go Drastea, target the Adrastea to destroy the summon itself, and equip it with Doomdirk. That way you can rank up into Drasteus, and then we go Adrastea, target the Alara to equip it back from the graveyard, and then quick XC into Deactoris, and then go into Graflario if we need to, or even just go make a Deactoris play to search Arabesque. So there's different ways to play through interactions. Like sometimes you don't have to play like by paper, like combo wise. Like you don't have to go Alara, set Adrastea, equip Adrastea, and then like just try to rank up, and like, you know, like let's bait interactions out. Let's try to be as protected as we can. I think that's the game plan into playing in this format, because the formats are getting too crazy right now. That's why people are maining Dark Ruler, Super Poly, and like Crown. These are board breaking cards. Right now we're in a board breaking format, so that's why I wanted to run more hand traps in case I can just like slow them down or make less of a board. That way my board breaker cards can do a little bit more. But anyways, let's get started. We'll get started with the non-engine. So with the non-engine, we're gonna run 3 Perulia, self-explanatory, the best hand trap in the game. And since we're blinding second, we're just gonna run 3 Perulia. I'm in the whole event, I was essentially siding this in. I would side out 3 Ohime and then side in Perulia. So then I had an idea. I was like, why don't I just throw in the Perulia in there? So that way we want to have a lot of cards and we want to slow them down. So if you like draw Perulia and Fualos, like they're not gonna want to make such of a crazy board, because then we're gonna get like 13 cards in the hand. And then we had this in the side, but we're throwing it in the main, Ash Blossom. We need cards to slow the opponent down, key interactions. And one thing I started to do at the end is I started to save my hand traps for my turn. So or even like, let's say I played against Branded, so when they go end phase Albion to set or add the Fallen, I just like Ash. I was like, I don't want to play into that. Or if they already have that set, you know, or if you have 2 Ashes and then they go Cartesia to summon from deck, or like anything that summons from the deck, you can just Ash them. Like, I think this format you have to save your hand traps for your turn and just let them build the board, because they'll have interactions that you can stop while you're playing. 2 draw, because we want to slow them down. We just need them. We need them to slow them down. That's all we need to do. And then like our board breakers and our engine itself can play. 3 Santa Claus. This is a Mikanko deck, and we need kaijus. And the downfall of the kaijus is they can only control 1. In the list before that I showed earlier, I was playing 3 and 1 kaiju. 3 Santa and 1 kaiju. I mean, there's probably, you could probably play 2 Santa and a kaiju, but it probably makes sense to make 2 and a kaiju. Essentially, you could play it like this, 2 and 1. Godarla is technically the lowest 1 at 27. That way Uzuhime can attack 3 times without double-edged sword. So Uzuhime can attack 3 times into the Godarla, and that's 81 damage. So you could do this, honestly, but I just like Santa Claus. This is better for me. Like, even because you can, it's essentially the same thing, you know. But you're giving them like a less attack. I guess the only downfall is if you're playing against a Feastsmith player, it's a Light Fiend. That's it. And then for the sub engine, 1 Sanaki, 1 Hare, 1 Huli. Essentially, these are the bricks of the deck. We are playing a 50 card deck. Okay. The whole 8 rounds, I drew only 1 of these, and like, because it's the best game 2 out of 3. Out of every round, every 3 games, I only drew 1 of them. There was 1 hand where I drew all 3 and an Alara and a talent. And then I normal Alara and then they imperm, and I'm like, this talent is dead and these 3 cards are dead. So these are the only bricks in the deck. So I basically took out cards that I don't want to play into draw with. So these are gonna be the only cards. I was talking with my friend, and pretty much he gave me the idea, is like, it's very true that I want every card in my deck to do something on its own. And unfortunately, these are the only cards that do not do anything on their own. But we're playing a 50 card deck, so we're minimizing us seeing them. Okay, so that's basically like the non-engine with the sub-engine. We're gonna run 3 Alara. Self-explanatory, sets any spell. Most of the time you're setting a Drastia, or if you have it, you set Raiders, Change, you know, anything that you use from that. Pseudo Board Breaker, Jupredo. We're not running Terminus or the Validium, because those lock us into, well, the Validium doesn't lock us, but if you can't search it, then it doesn't make sense with Terminus. So we're not running Terminus because it locks us into only attacking with Power Patrons. So we want to attack with the Mikankos, so it doesn't make sense. 2 Amalfi. This is good because it's just a board breaker. You just scale it, pop another name, and then you go chaining 1, chaining 2. Or if they, sometimes my opponents were like activating Fallen the Virtuous with this, so they don't pop, but it pops and then it goes to the extra deck and I still get my search. So like this card is baiting out. This card alone baits out interactions. 2 Amalfi, I don't know what I want to call it. 1 Power Patron DoomZ, and then 2 Drastia. Before the event, I had this at 3, but my friend Dalton told me I should just cut it to 2 because there's just I couldn't go over 50 cards, and I didn't know what to cut, and that's pretty much it. So those are the 3. So it's 2. So it's 3, 2, 2, 1. 3 change. 2 Raiders, Doomderg, and a Drastia. So you don't want to. We're just gonna keep it at 1 and 1. This is the worst card in the deck to draw, basically. Other than the Mikanko cards, this is the worst DoomZ card. This is the card I was telling you about that you said with the Alara. This is also a pseudo board breaker. If you have names in hand, you can equip it to your opponent's monster, destroy the equipped monster, then summon one from hand. And then if they interact, just normal, equip it, and then rank up. And then we have 3 Arabesque. This is essentially also a board breaker, and it also gives you an extra equip. So let's say you normal a Drastia, you normal a Amalfi, and then they like ash it so you can't get a Drastia, and you don't have any other way to extend. You can just equip it with Arabesque. And then you can just rank up like that. So it pretty much gives you extra equips. That's why we're not running any more of the Doomderg and any more of the Adrastia, because the Mikanko stuff is already giving it extra equips. You have 5 equips that you can equip to your DoomZ monsters. Especially if you have DoomZ and Adrastia out of rotation, and then you go Drastia to summon and then equip it, you can equip it with Arabesque. So, and then we're gonna run the 1 Fire Dance, 2 Noble Twins. This card on its own is full combo. On the list I had 1 with 1 thrust because it's searchable, but I think it's just better to hard draw it. There was like 1 game where I searched and then I got draw and I had Ohime in hand and I couldn't pretty much kill because of I was under draw. I couldn't search this card. This plays under draw because you activate it, you send Sanaki. Let me see, I can just get it out. You activate it, you send Sanaki, and then you set Fire Dance, and then Fire Dance special summon the Sanaki summon the Hare or the Huli, whatever the matchup is. If you're trying to stay protected, you can summon Huli, and that way on resolution they can't target any of the Mikanko cards if they try to stop it or anything like that. 1 double-edged sword, honorary Mikanko card, and then 2 Forbidden Crown, 2 Super Poly, 2 Lightning Storm, Duster, and for the last 50th card, Talent. I am rich, so I can't afford the 3rd crown. I would probably run 3 crown, but on the Super Poly I have 3 copies. But this whole event, I don't know why, I had a very hard time seeing my 3-ofs, but I was seeing my 2-ofs and my 1-ofs a lot. So I had a concept of let's just draw multiple of cards. Obviously Lightning Storm is at 3, so you can play 3, but I thought it would be cool to play 2 crown, 2 crown, 2 Super Poly, 2 Lightning Storm, and then 1 card that's reactive. Because I had this and thrust, I would draw them both in the same hand, and I'm like, if they don't activate anything, I have 2 dead cards. So we have 1 dead card, and obviously we have 3 banned cards and 1 card, so it's obviously broken. It just has to have a activation requirement, which is your opponent activate a monster effect in the main phase. But other than that, like that's the deck right there. We're gonna have, for the extra deck, 2 Uzahime, This card is essentially, in my earlier builds I had this only at 1, but with Cool Toon running around, they can just rip it. So we want to have 2. We're only making 1, but it's just in case they rip it from the extra deck. And then every other DoomZ is also a 2 of. So we're gonna run 2 Deactoris. We actually make 2 Deactoris in this deck. The ones we don't make a second one is like the 2 Graflario. I didn't go into the second one at all. 2 Drastias. I didn't go into the second one at all. But I would definitely have. I was thinking about cutting Graflario to 1 and keeping Deactoris and Drastia to 2. But I don't want them to rip it with with Cool Toons. 1 Jupiter. I don't need a 2 of. I'm not making rank 10 planes, and I'm not making the Zexo guy because I don't have Validium in the Terminus, so I can't really throw out level 10s. That way I can make this consistently. And then for the rest of it, that's it. That's all the Xyz. The rest of it is super poly targets. So we got Garura, Mudragon, Secretarion. This is good. This is good. This is good. I didn't summon this at all, but I did summon Mudragon and Garura. Chorizo. I made it against the Fairy Tale Magistus deck. We got Dogma for the Brandon matchup, and then we have Panzer Dragon. I do not need Theseus because if your opponent sees Super Poly, they're only going to end on 1 monster anyways. So the way for us to out it is we use where'd it go? The way for us to out it is with Mudragon. So it's 2 with the same attribute but different types. So Remix is a Dark Warrior. So you just summon a Moth or a Lara, and then you just go Prio. You go Prio and Super Poly. That's it. And then you make Mudragon, and then they can't synchro summon or whatever. You get rid of the body. But that's the deck. I'm gonna be taking this to locals again. We'll see if we can win it. That's gonna be the purpose. I'm gonna try to win it. I'm gonna blind second, and I'm gonna try to win it. But Mikanko best deck, bro. That's just how it is, and that's just how we're gonna keep playing it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace! If you made it this far in the video, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Make sure to leave your feedback in the comments, whether it's love, critique, or even ideas for future videos. And hey, I'm on a mission to hit 500 subscribers, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and share it with someone who might like it too. Every click gets us 1 step closer. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace!